Rio de Janeiro is a dream. It's a place where the jungle meets the ocean in a way that you won't find anywhere else in the world. The energy here is amazing. The music is everywhere and the people are incredibly friendly. But I have to be very honest with you. Rio is a city of contrasts. To enjoy this paradise, you need a plan. Choosing your neighborhood is not just about the price. It's about your lifestyle and your safety. Most travel guides only show you the postcards, but as a local, I see the city differently. I see the city in layers like an iceberg. On this channel, I want you to have the best experience possible, but I want you to be an insider. An insider knows where to walk, what to pay, and how to avoid unnecessary stress. In this video, I'm going to break down the main neighborhoods of Rio. I'll show you the pros and the cons, from the luxury of Leblon to the practical choice of Barra da Tijuca. Let's start with the most famous areas, Leblon and Ipanema. For many tourists, this is the perfect Rio. Leblon is the most sophisticated neighborhood in Brazil. It's very quiet, very clean, and it feels very safe. You can find the best restaurants and beautiful cafes here. It's perfect for families or travelers who want a peaceful, high-class experience. Ipanema is right next to it, and it's more vibrant. This is the heart of Rio beat culture. The best thing about Ipanema is the Arpoador Rock. Every evening, people gather there to watch the sunset over the Two Brothers Mountain. When the sun disappears, everyone claps. It's a beautiful moment that makes you fall in love with Rio every single day. But even in these beautiful areas, you need to não dar mole, which is a Brazilian expression for don't be soft. Even in the safest neighborhoods, we have a problem with phone snatches, especially by young people on bicycles. They ride very fast on the sidewalks or the bike lines and grab phones from people who are distracted. The insider rule: it doesn't matter how beautiful the street is, always look around before you take a photo. If you see groups of bikes coming fast, put your phone in your pocket. This simple habit will save your vacation. Because Rio's geography is so complex, I created a tool called the Rio Safety Map. I spent months diving the city into 4 different zones based on the real local data and my experience living here. Green zones are where you can relax more. Yellow and orange zones require high attention. Red zones are places you should never enter. This is a tool for people who want maximum security. It shows you exactly where you are, the safety limits of each neighborhood, so you don't take a wrong turn. You can find the link in the description if you want this protocol on your phone. Now, if you are traveling with your family and you want the highest level of safety, you should look at Barra da Tijuca. Many people don't mention Barra because it's about 30 to 40 minutes away from the historical center, but it's the most modern area in Rio. The beaches are long, the water is usually cleaner, and it feels like Miami in Brazil. Pros: high security, modern hotels, and big shopping malls. Cons: you cannot walk to most places. You will need an Uber for everything. If you want to see the crisis theater every day, Barra is a bit far. But if you want a relaxed, American style stay with zero stress, this is your place. I know every traveler is different. Some want the classic beach vibe, others want total security. If you are still confused about which hotel to book, or if your itinerary is safe, I offer a private one-on-one consultation. We can review your plan so you can travel with total confidence. But what about the classic Rio? In the next part, we are going to talk about Copacabana. Is it still the heart of the city, or is it too crowded now? And I will tell you the truth about Botafogo. The best place for food, but also a place where you must be extremely careful with your smartphone. Let's go deeper into the South Zone. Now let's talk about the place that everyone knows, Copacabana. Known as the Princess of the Sea, Copacabana is the most famous beach in the world. When you think about Rio, you probably think about the wave-patterned sidewalk and the legendary hotels like the Copacabana Palace. It is a place full of history, music, and energy. But is it the best place for you to stay? Let's look at the reality. Copacabana is the heart of the city's movement. It's very convenient. The pros: you have the metro everywhere. You have hundreds of restaurants, banks, and pharmacies within a 5-minute walk. If you wanna be close to everything and experience the classic Rio vibe, Copacabana is great. Also, food here is usually cheaper than in Ipanema. The cons: it's chaotic. Copacabana is old, the buildings are crowded, and there are many people living on the streets. At night, it can feel a bit heavy. Insider tip: I see many tourists making a dangerous mistake, walking on the sand at night. Even in the best parts of Copacabana, do not walk near the water after sunset. Stay on the sidewalk, where the lights and the kiosks are. The sand is dark and it is a favorite place for pickpockets to surprise you. Respect the ocean and respect the night. Now let's move to Botafogo. This neighborhood is the rising star of Rio. It's not famous for the beach, because you cannot swim there, but it's famous for the lifestyle. Many young travelers, digital nomads, and foodies choose Botafogo. The view of the Pão de Açúcar Sugarloaf Mountain from the Botafogo Bay is, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful views in the world. The vibe: Botafogo has the best nightlife for locals. It's full of small bars, craft beer spots, and amazing restaurants. It's a very creative and alive area. But I have to be very honest with you. Right now, Botafogo is a hotspot for smartphone theft. Because it's a cool area with many people distracted outside bars, criminals on bicycles are constantly looking for a chance to grab a phone. If you stay in Botafogo, enjoy the food and the bars, but keep your phone inside your pocket. Don't be that tourist standing on the corner looking at a map for 5 minutes. Right next to Botafogo, we have Flamengo. This is a more residential and quiet neighborhood. It feels like Rio, where families live. Pros: it's much cheaper than Ipanema. The Flamengo Park, Aterro do Flamengo, is a massive green area perfect for a morning run or a walk with a view of the mountains. Cons: the park is beautiful by day, but is very dangerous at night. It becomes empty and dark. If you stay in Flamengo, use the park during the sun, but take an Uber to go anywhere else at night. Now I need to talk about the most important thing for your safety in Rio. No matter where you stay, the GPS trap. In Rio de Janeiro, the geography is unique. A very rich street can be 100 meters away from a community controlled by armed groups. Google Maps and Waze are great, but they don't know the social rules of Rio. Sometimes the app will suggest a shortcut to avoid traffic. If you see your GPS telling you to turn into a narrow street that goes uphill, stop. The rule is simple. In Rio, we don't take shortcuts up the hills unless we know exactly where we are going. Many accidents and dangerous situations happen because tourists follow the GPS into a no-go zone by mistake. This is why I don't just tell you about the neighborhoods, I mark the exact borders where the safety changes. My real safety map is designed to prevent you from falling into these GPS traps. I divided the city into zones so you can know exactly when you are entering a place that requires high attention. If you want to explore the city without the fear of taking a wrong turn, the link is in the description. In the final part of this guide, we are going to look at downtown Rio. Is it a good idea to stay in a historical building there? And I will give you my final ranking to help you choose the perfect neighborhood for your style and budget. Let's finish our journey through the marvelous city. So far, we have covered the beaches and the cool zones. But what about the downtown, Centro, and Lapa? This is where the history of Brazil started. It is a place of incredible architecture, museums, and the real urban energy of Rio. But is it a good place to book your hotel? During the day, Centro is amazing. It's full of life and workers. You can visit the most beautiful library in the world and have lunch at historic cafes like Confeitaria Colombo. If you are a story lover, you will be fascinated by this area. Pros: very close to the domestic airport, Santos Dumont, easy access to museums, and very cheap hotels compared to the South Zone. But here is the insider warning. Do not stay in Centro if you wanna walk around at night or on weekends. After 6 p.m., Centro becomes a ghost town. The workers go home, the shops close, and the empty streets become very risky for tourists. Criminals wait for travelers who get lost in these dark, silent streets. If you stay here, you will be a prisoner in your hotel after sunset. Right next to Centro, we have Lapa. This is the party district. It is famous for the white arcades and the best samba clubs in the world. The vibe, Lapa is pure energy. If you love nightlife, you will want to spend every night here. The choice: I recommend you visit Lapa for the party one night, but don't stay here. It's a very loud and rough neighborhood. Pickpockets are everywhere looking for people who drink too much. Enjoy the samba, take an Uber, and go sleep in a safer neighborhood like Ipanema or Flamengo. To help you make the final decision, here is my definitive ranking based on safety, lifestyle, and value. Ipanema and Leblon, best for safety and beauty, perfect if you have the budget. Barra da Tijuca, the most modern and safest environment. Best for families who don't mind using Ubers because it's far for everything. Flamengo, great value for money. It's quiet, authentic, and safer than the petty areas. Copacabana, good for convenience and being in the middle of the action, but you must stay alert 24/7. Botafogo, amazing restaurants and views, but currently a risk area for your smartphone. Keep it in your pocket. I know that after watching this video, you might feel a bit nervous, but my goal is not to scare you. My goal is to give you the power of information. Rio is an incredible city. If you know the zones, if you avoid the GPS trap, and if you follow the local rules, you will have the best vacation of your life. You will see the mountains, you will meet the most friendly people on earth, and you will understand why we call this the paradise. If you want to travel with total peace of mind, don't forget to take the Rio Safety map in the description. It is the tactical tool I created to show you the limits of each neighborhood without the generic blue lines of Google Maps. And if you already have a hotel booked and you want a local to review the safety of that specific street, you can book a private one-on-one consultation with us. I am here to make sure your only surprise in Rio is how much you love the city. Don't be a naive tourist, be an insider. Subscribe to the channel for more deep insights about Brazil. Welcome to Rio, and I will see you in the next video.